Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Well, we are back in our republic. Money woes continuing on. Just give me a second. And yeah, things are looking a little bit unfortunate, but I think we can make do. I've been spending more money recently, which I probably shouldn't have. At the cusp of having to take out another loan. Well, let's wait and see. Maybe once the construction of all of these structures finishes, we can focus our attention on the western border, because that's where our income currently is. Or we shift money into rubles and continue on onwards here. I would like to build the bridge and get everything connected. That's like a main project. It's a ridiculous bridge. Originally I wanted it to be lower, so I don't have to make it as long. Maybe I should cut down its size a little bit by making it extend only up to here and then having a road come down. That would be feasible. But this looks very impressive. Svitava received a hall of residence. Some people are moving in here to study. And I think that's quite nice, because everyone here is having a relatively good time. Loyalty is not too bad. Loyalty 26, there's loyalty 29, and loyalty 28. So they have more loyalty, but they are less happy. I don't know. Maybe I should give them a museum or something? In addition to what I gave them? Right now we're trying to kickstart the education system with high loyalty. We do have a lot of party officials and the staff to match. We should be able to get everyone educated and improve their loyalty over time as they study here. Seems to be a good starting point, I think. I don't know what to do about Zhezhov. My assumption is still that this is probably related to low loyalty, but I can't be certain. I mean, I don't see anything else that is affecting their mood. Clothing is a little bit low, but we do have sufficient number of clothing available. Alcohol addiction is very high, lots of complaining about electronics. Maybe the monument will slowly bring everyone's mood back up. That's gotta wait and see, I guess. They got an indoor pool now, they got carousel, and they got another monument. Not sure what else to give them. Hopefully it'll be enough. Harvest is coming in very nicely. We're getting all of the crops in, and we should be able to finish everything. That looks pretty good. Got our secret police operating here now too. They do have high loyalty. I'll also use 30 as a loyalty requirement then, like in the school. And for the university. Yeah, there's decent loyalty around, but we did get migrants recently. Someone studying with 7% loyalty. Maybe this will bring it up a little bit, as long as we don't put the people with 0, or in this case less than 30% loyalty in charge of teaching. This should have a net benefit, a net positive effect on us, I think. Lots of people visiting the carousel too. I need to take another loan, this is running out. We are on 4.2%, might as well combine 2 loans into 500k. Well, that didn't give me much money now, did it? That didn't do anything. I mean, I guess I could get... Let's give us another 100k and repay this one again. Come on. Give us some cash, give us some money. In rubles. Do I want to export? Probably. The income is very good on the western border. We shall make use of that. Run it at 40% till we drop down to back to 10k. Maybe a hall of residence in Karabadag will also be a thing that we can do. I am going towards pollution reduction next in the research, which is going to cost 3 researchers. Brospin will be the first one, I believe. Cannot store or export alcohol. Okay. Move one more truck here. Looks like our crop exports from the customs house are making it so that the alcohol isn't being exported, which is not good. Alcohol should always be exported because it's way more profitable. And I guess we're also importing food. I don't know, I think a school should also come here. I'm worried about low loyalty though. There is a large chunk of highly educated workers. And if they bring the loyalty down of anyone they teach, that would be bad. I think we have to keep teaching people in areas that we know the loyalty of. Okay, let's give them some cars. We don't need that many. 8 should be enough. Hello, low runner. Welcome. Good morning, yeah, good morning. Okay, let's see if we can stabilize the loyalty of everyone and thus the happiness by boosting the effectiveness of our education. I think if we can stabilize around 30 loyalty for everyone over time, this will be of a huge benefit to us. Life expectancy just went from 72 to 78. There's definitely enough waste storage here. This has not run full at all. These buildings have very good life expectancy. There should be very good population growth over here. Maybe the downside of getting foreign workers from third world countries is that the loyalty is really low and they have to get boosted up first. But if you put them in schools with also low loyalty teachers, well, things go a little bit bad. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna get a Hall of Residence here. I might take down the one in Svidama. I think this is going to be our teaching town. It's just too narrow, unfortunately. Oh god, what did I do? No, don't stop racing. Maybe I should stop doing that. But I like doing that. Alright, that'll work. Alright. Fixed it. Alright. So, we'll get a Hall of Residence here too. I need to do something that stabilizes our country. And while it might be a little bit against the spirit of the game, it's technically not breaking anything. And that's the most important thing. They can reach the whole town. So we'll have them live here. Get a university education. And see if that works out for us. It might mean that we can run without school buses. What building is that? Hall of Residence. A building to house university students until they get a university education. The same thing we built in Svidava. Hello, Sancho. People move in there, get in university education nearby. They live there like it's a building, it's a residential building, and then they move out to wherever there's room. And that might be working well for us, we'll have to see. Right now it looks like it's working pretty well. If they fill up Svidava with university-educated people first from that building, that's fine by me. Yeah, people are getting university education quite quickly. We need more workers in the headquarters. Okay, you know what? Also go here. Make sure the HQ is filled before you send anyone to the bus platform. It might send a few less workers to the secret police and everywhere else, but yeah, get the university education going. So I might still have to use school buses more. I can bring all of the students. Either I have to use school buses and bring the students to a town that has high loyalty, where I know the loyalty of the teachers, or I need to bring the teachers to the area where they're supposed to teach. I guess once they've run through education and are moving from a halls of residence to another building, they will move with the loyalty that they do have. But yeah, I don't want Like, with the new plan, Prestolova is probably not going to work how it should. So we might have to demolish the school and pick up the students here and carry them over to Karabadag instead. So we might need an extensive network on school buses instead. Because once they have an education, we can't... Actually, I now need the research to limit the loyalty of who gets a university education, because then I can say, okay, you're below X amount of loyalty, you're not getting a university education. And then I know that everyone who spreads out across our nation has at least a guaranteed 30% loyalty, unlike now. But pollution reduction first. We're not gonna get... Should I give myself extra research? Because I feel like this is going to take a while if I have to deal with all of these issues first. The one research per settlement combined with the other challenges, it does still work, but it is slowing things down quite a bit. And I have a few researches that I want to do, namely the pollution research. And then going towards car production requires a lot more settlements. Two researchers per settlement. Are we gonna up it? The other option was one research every 2 years of in-game time that has passed, so I also naturally get some extra research for just waiting, but each settlement gives me a research already. The time one seems very handy because even if you build really slowly, you still get more researchers to help you. Like, if I say one research every 2 years, I would get 9 researchers extra. If I use 2 researchers per settlement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would get 12. I would get 6 extra researchers, 12 total. It makes it, yeah, I think the settlement, you're right. Because otherwise I can just build a town and wait it out. 2 researchers per settlement sounds good, so we're gonna switch that to 2 researchers per settlement, so I get an extra 6 researchers for... No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Svidava and that small thing. So 7 extra researchers. Alright. That'll speed things up a little bit without being too powerful. And it prevents me from having to build the super small settlements too much. I still use them where they make sense, but not everywhere. Oh right, I just realized I need a bus platform here to bring you to school. I can't make a bus route to the house directly, I think. That would be nice. Alright, well, I think we'll do that to stabilize our nation a bit and to speed things up a little bit. So 2 researchers per settlement, retroactively. That means I get 7 extra researchers, which yes, or we could do that. We could say we don't make that. We'd make it 1 research per settlement plus 1 research every 1,000 people. That sounds much better. Then I guess you could. I was worried about that because then I might be encouraged to just build more and more people in the same town. I do like the idea of being forced to build multiple settlements. But yeah, I mean, it gives you one research per settlement or every 1,000 people. I think I'll stick with the researchers per settlement, otherwise I might just build this Karabadag up too much. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the settlements. Okay, we're going to... We could get all of the car researchers going now. because of that. We have 7 researchers. But I did say I wanted to do pollution next. I think I need to set up our vehicle production. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 1 extra. Oh yeah, look. That is hard to check, unfortunately. I would need to make sure that a town has the amount of people. 300, 600, 900. Like, this town isn't even 1,000 people, so this building is not open, and all of these 6 buildings don't add up to 1,000. So I wouldn't get any research for that. I would encourage to build larger settlements, so each settlement gives you 1 research, but if you push the settlement over 1,000, you get 1 extra. To maybe have a few larger settlements. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to say each settlement gives 2 researches retroactively. So I don't have to go around and do math and do weird things when I start losing population in a settlement. Do I then get 1 less research, or how does it go? And I don't have to keep track on, did I already take the extra research for that settlement? But now I have to keep track on 7 extra researches. I think pollution is what I want to do. I think car is what I should do for the series, though. I mean, the whole vehicle research will take an absolutely long time. It's like 2,000 plus research per technology. I think we're gonna go with the pollution that I wanted to. Get the pollution filter prototypes. We're gonna start with that. So that leaves 6 extra researchers now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I give myself the research for Riro already? I think so. I think that was a secret police. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 on the western border is 7. And Brospin is going to come up soon. That's another 2 researchers then. Yeah, if I do that again, I probably have to think about a different layout to prevent the spamming of such small settlements that still count, in my opinion. But put in a restriction. Maybe 500 people gives you an extra research. 1,000. I guess I could also see it as pushing larger settlements first and then spreading out into villages. I don't know. So we need to give them parking lots because I need to run a bus route here for the students. I don't think... Well, the parents should move them to the school. I want to see if the parents can move the students to the school via car. They will have parking lots here. I guess they will do that if they also work in the area, so if they work in the scrapping facility then they wouldn't do that, but maybe it works. We still have the option to put up a bus platform later. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 researches for pollution. The 4th one will keep as an option, and then we'll start moving down the vehicle production line. We're also not going to get the research for the pollution monitoring station. We'll have to do that with another settlement. At least the technical university has a lot of capacity for workers, so the research will be nice and quick. Let me take note. Wait, doesn't Steam Overlay support that now? That I can take notes here? Notes. Notes. I haven't used that yet. So we have 7 settlements, 7 researches are already done, 7 researches spare. Meaning, yeah. ×2 research. Alright. Just to take note and keep track of things. That's quite handy, actually. I have a notepad here now. But yeah, 2 researchers per settlement might be a little bit too fast. I do think we've already played for like 18 in-game years. I think if we don't do that, it would be very, very slow. Especially with the money problems. I do have to start repaying things. There's so much choice with trying to make a silly challenge. I love it. Okay, so the export of electricity and then, or the import of electricity in US currency and then export into rubles does give us a nice steady income. We brought all the harvest in, so I guess now it's time to move the trucks back over. I really think I need a vehicle depot here so I can make this more faster. Basically 8 vehicles at a time. We're going to set up a vehicle depot so in the future I can do this more quickly. Then I can just assign everyone to the depot, even if the excavator, if the harvesters get assigned. Quickly assign everyone, move more over. Should be better. And make sure that the road does not have the depot at the end, like always. So we don't get any traffic jam. Still good money for the coal, ongoing. Traffic seems to be okay, excluding the fact that, well, there's a lot of snow everywhere. I did want to buy a snowplow, didn't do that yet. I feel like with the Hall of Residences were probably the missing piece to make sure we could spread high loyalty citizens everywhere. I think this is probably the way to set it up so you get highly loyal citizens everywhere, and you make sure you only give highly educated highly loyal citizens a higher education, because right now anyone can get one. And that should then probably boost the loyalty of your... See, we're up to 30 already, and I didn't do anything. It's maybe working. Very slowly. Happiness over here went up by a little bit. I mean, they got another indoor pool, they got a monument, they got a carousel. Oh, we're out of money. take... I have to repay a lot. Let's take 1 million and repay that one. Gives us a bit of time. Oh, we're having breakdowns of vehicles. 71%. Repairs up to 43. Well, go get repairs, please. I hope this time it works. No workers. What do you mean, no workers? Oh, because it's moving. Yeah. No. Oh, it's because the vehicle is currently going somewhere else. It probably needs to head back first. That vehicle is also in need of repairs. The most interesting thing to me will be to see if we can boost loyalty with just a university and research by making smart decisions to provide vehicles to our republic, to give it to the highly educated workers, keep the loyalty high, and then at some point smack down a vehicle production plant that is throwing out vehicles for everyone, and then everyone gets an increased loyalty. Yes, you missed a new loan. I did take out a new loan. I combined the 500,000 loan with another 500,000 because we're running out of money. I wonder if I should boost loyalty here a little bit by getting some fresh migrants. Oh, wait, what? Government loyalty. We know the oh, this is the secret police in range? No. Oh, then this one probably. Ah, okay. So we just saw that this building had 17% loyalty, which is abysmal. And probably the reason why they are very unhappy in here. Well, that explains a few things. That does explain things. Why is it so low though? Wow. We can see the loyalty of... Yeah, now we can see the loyalty. 0, 0. Like, no alcohol addiction, no religion sympathy, no criminality. I think that one is a former prisoner. Like, these are the ones we have to keep out of our education system because they're just going to ruin it for other citizens. So it was the right decision, I think. Lots of highly educated workers here that have very low loyalty. Holy crap. If they were working in our education system, we would be boned. We don't have a school here yet. They can work in the clinic, that's fine. They don't need to be loyal to be treating people. 6 researchers spare, 8 researchers. Maybe it would be better getting resources and exporting them rather than trying to do it with electricity. What's the difference with electricity anyway? Because resources would probably give us... Wait a minute. Resources might be better. Because resources might have a significant difference in price from US currency to rubles. So, power... Power difference is 1.5 to 1.54, so it's almost even. Whereas if we use steel, we could buy it for cheap and export it for a little bit more. What would be the best to go for? No, we're just gonna use electricity. I'm not gonna use resources. Resources would give us a lot of money, I think. It would also then maybe try and get me to trade resources back from rubles to US currency, and I mean, it should even out the price over time, but I'll keep it in mind to maybe do that. Not worth Western vehicles though, that one is just ridiculous. But some basic trading could be possible. I still have to try and make a republic just on the profit from trading. Buy steel and use it for building, so you don't need to buy them for ruble. Yes, but I need to finish the road and the large bridge first. That would be an option. Setting up a distribution office on that side. Setting up storages here for construction and bringing all the construction materials from the western border instead. I would need to build the bridge first. And the bridge is very expensive. Mostly for the cement that we need to import. How expensive is cement? 72 rubles. We mostly need gravel and water, which we are producing ourselves. Okay, I will start working towards the bridge. And we are going to plan for that. We're going to construct this road. And then going up here. Working on the bridge. Building this road, second bridge, and then all the way up here. All with domestic resources from the eastern border. And from the western border we'll set up a distribution office that will buy resources. So I will stop the electricity import again. And we'll get construction materials and materials for everything basically from this border. So they basically have to drive to the customs house at all a lot, and it probably makes sense to have them on the main road. And they go to the customs house, come back, and hopefully they can drive all the way. Might have to set up some fuels for some gas stations along the way. But yeah, good idea, getting the steel and then using it rather than trading. It's probably gonna work a little bit better. And then we can set up a steel construction material / pickup storage for everything. And we give the western border the electricity via rubles again, so it doesn't run out, and yeah. Alright, got the parking lots. These ones will need 50 cars. Which is 53, it's a bunch of rubles, more than 50,000. First pollution research done, 2 more. Okay, now we have 9 researches. And 5 spare. I will get the personal vehicles. Okay, we got... How many parking lots is that? 28, right? I'm not gonna click through and count manually. 28, yeah. $32, $36, $40, $48, $50. 50 cars heading here now. I don't know if they're going to be in range for a gas station. There isn't any locally. They really need to speed that up. This is ridiculous. Okay, we need the vehicle production line. Next up, probably a gas station in the area until we set up something permanent. Yes, traffic jam, I know. Okay, good. Another slot free. Water's important. Still have to wait for these parking lots to finish construction. These three. 16, 32, 40... wait. 48 should be enough. Not all vehicles will travel there at the same time. I do wonder if they can take care of their children. That will hopefully work. Like bring the children over here so they can walk into the school. And I don't have to build a bus stop there. Well, it caused a bit of a traffic jam, getting all of those vehicles out. I will probably set up a free storage to move the resources over and then construct a proper storage with them, with the moved materials after the fact. We also need a technical service here, a free one, until we set up a new, somewhat larger town in the area that will handle things. But for now, everything here. Not everything. Biological waste does not need to go there. So a small... Dang, I also need a large garbage truck for you. Can't build more of these. I'm not using that one right now. No snow plows. We have to set up a proper town with a proper technical service in the area. Or just set one up anyway, and then it'll be available once the proper town comes up. And a large waste truck. So the distribution office takes care that all of the heating plants are supplied and also doing the export. But only until 50% coal is left. And then we only have a dedicated truck route doing the export. Oh, it ran out of fuel. Another fuel truck. Running out of fuel would be really bad, so let's make sure our fuel trucks don't get overworked. Oh, you are in range of Duceni. Okay, but we will have a gas station down here anyway. Loyalty of 17%. If it stabilizes, if we have people move in here over time, should be okay. I am tempted to also spend research to go towards the limitation of Fume study. Because right now, well, I mean, most of the children are fine. Some of them have really low loyalty though. And I can't guarantee it for villages, I guess. If I don't have a Hall of Residence, I can't really check their loyalty. So a Hall of Residence is kind of necessary. A Hall of Residence replaces buses pretty much. The road is also going to be expensive. So much stuff. One building with 50 cars. Let's see how this is going to affect our traffic. It's only going to go from here to here, but it's going to be putting 50 cars going back and forth per day. At least it should. We could start it with like a few workers already. We have parking lots for 32, I think. Yeah. So that would work. These parking lots are open for any education. I can't guarantee that they will have a university education in the area, so need to keep them open. Basic education is fine for them. They can own a car. Hello Kianos, welcome. Thank you for the raid. How was your day? Are you staying hydrated? What have you been playing? Welcome everyone. We are playing Workers and Resources and trying to make a republic happen with no public transportation. Well, barely any public transportation. We still give ourselves some leniency to learn things, but we are trying to rely on a lot of personal vehicles. Currently we are trying to push towards vehicle production to make sure we can set up automatic distribution of vehicles to our citizens. Oh, we can't even keep up with the clothing export. There's more money to be made. Maybe you shouldn't be exporting crops if you can export other things. Fabric import. Yeah. Okay, stop with the crop export. Focus on the ones that are making us money. Clothing and alcohol. %18 loyalty, slowly going up. Maybe because people are running away. Yeah, we're down to 130 workers from 150. I am going to get some fresh migrants with rubles because they will have decent loyalty. And hopefully they can stabilize things. I think I'll also start road construction towards the bridge over here. Even if we can't do that with our own resources, we should probably still do that. It's only one long road, and then we're at the bridge. And then immediately, once both bridges are done, we should be able to move resources over. Hello Berdiger, welcome, willkommen. Guess we need to let workers wait here if they have no education. But I do think they count as students. I don't know. Snow is melted. Oh right, I wanted to set up the electricity here too, didn't I? Last time I said this was too far away to drag a wire, so I needed to set up the substation and the switch. But it would be outside of a fire station range. So do they need to handle a small fire station themselves? I think we're gonna use a high voltage underground wire. It will cost no steel. And it will be good. Just a bunch of time to dig it out. Good enough. That should be covered by the fire station easily. And we can go out from there into this area too, having multiple settlements, each with their own electric connection. I do need to set up an incinerator. Traffic is getting quite high. This customs house is terrible. There's a lot of waste trucks traveling here. I will set the waste delivery to go here instead. Unassign everything, go here, and biological waste back to the storage over here. And then copy that over. Small customs house will make it way easier to load and unload. So we don't run full on waste if the truck's not unloading fast enough. Traffic jam is really bad. Should be doable with the small customs house. Okay, so we still have to wait for electricity. Well, not really. Electricity would only be for the building. I mean they might get cranky a little bit, but they do have water, sewage, and I guess the heating will need electricity, otherwise it doesn't flow towards the building. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Shouldn't take that long, but you never know. Cancel that. Cancel that. And build this road and these wires. Didn't build a fire station here. Didn't I? No, I said this one can cover everything. That will be a problem during winter. I probably should set up a fire station here, just to be safe. Yep, no fire station. A fire station with a small fire truck to deal with the basics. Doesn't need a large one if we already have one, I guess. Loans are going up. Still. Not good. Not good at all. But it was also because we weren't exporting very well. So maybe that will change a little bit. Didn't export enough alcohol. Or clothing. Too many students now. Probably need larger school buses then. I will set up the school here instead. We'll get the school set up. No, school buses. School buses instead. $21,000 rubles. Very good, but not covering our expenses, so 50,000. Got our Hall of Residence set up. Alright, That is the research before the next research which will actually give us a benefit. The next research will actually reduce pollution, and I still don't know if it does reduce the pollution of the heating plant. But since we have a building here which is always significantly affected, I guess we're going to find out pretty fast. I do live here with high loyalty. It's just that, yeah, pollution is usually getting them a little bit early. Alright, and the research to actually get a benefit is installing the pollution filter prototypes. That means we have 10 researchers and I have 4 researchers spare. Everyone's getting an education, very good. Let's hope this stabilizes this area and it doesn't drop anymore. It looks like it was low loyalty. Not sure what the low loyalty was caused by. But we did give them a lot of other things now. And the food factory is back up and running. Don't know the English word, but do you ever build an orphanage? What are the benefits from that building? I have built an orphanage and we tore that down very quickly again. The benefit is more population growth. The downside is that they are whiny bastards and they cause a lot of criminality if they aren't handled correctly. And it caused a lot of crime rate when we tore it down, because you can't say, okay, the orphanage is gone. It either wants you to relocate everyone or they have to grow up in terrible conditions with no one caring for them. So we had about 18 very, very bad criminals grow up there. But yeah, benefits are population growth, and if you have high loyalty, then I guess you can also improve the loyalty of the children that grow up there. But if you have low loyalty, then you're basically getting some more disloyal citizens. So higher population growth versus the loyalty problem. It's very, very rough. Alright, is the distribution office being built? Very, very slowly. Because we don't have any people waiting at the bus stop. Could be building with foreign workers instead, but I don't see the reason to. Yeah, that looks much better. We're going to restrict it to 15 so that some workers can go to the bus platform. But making sure that everyone get an education here. Oh, we're down to 6, so I haven't seen anyone else move in here. Move it down to that 10 then. If we don't have that many students, then it's fine. More people for construction jobs. Oh, this road is done. Cool. Next one, already assigned. Well, never mind, this road was already done. Never mind, that one was already done. I'm confused. I didn't really plan this out double roaded. I also don't plan this bridge to be a double lane road, so the double lane road is probably going to go up here and then cut off into this area instead. So actually this intersection, yeah, it might not happen that way. We'll have to make a weird intersection up there. You really like this map? Yeah, me too. It's very visually appealing. It's very interesting in the way things are laid out. And if you limit yourself on terraforming, then it also presents a good challenge. And the bridges look really nice in that way when you set them up. I mean, like the long bridges, and if you raise the terrain a little bit to make it not too flat onto the ground, it looks quite good. Maybe a little bit flat, but still, it's a small river. There shouldn't be any change in tide causing problems. Alright, traffic jam has been resolved. Export vehicles and trash vehicles are now over here. Maybe the trash vehicles should be back over here. No, the export vehicles should be on the large customs house. The export vehicles go here, leave the citizen goods on the small customs house that need to be handled faster. There's an ambulance. Prostelova small clinic picked someone up from Karbadak. Okay, sure. I mean, if the clinic over here was already too busy. Guess we could also build the large hospital at some point. Okay, that hall of residence is now also active. We have good income. We really, really do have good income. I just need to stop spending so much. He says, as he builds a mega bridge. Well, it's only cement that we need to import for that. The rest, well, and a bit of bitumen, but that's fine, right? Okay, reconstruction ongoing. Should probably be high priority, since it's a residential structure. And I don't want their loyalty or happiness to drop too much, which it already is. Loyalty has been going down, I think, 27. Okay, microbus full of workers will finish that reconstruction. 2 people is not a full microbus. But since it's close to the bus stop, it will be easy enough to pick up another set of workers to finish it. Staff loyalty does not matter, only party official loyalty. want to see if the research actually helps. We're going to find out after winter if we are significantly above 69, 70 loyalty, life expectancy. If it pulls back the pollution of the heating plant and the factories from the residential building, and we may open it up. Here's hoping. Yeah. We'll get that loyalty research later. I need to go towards vehicles. It's been a while. It's too many challenges in one. The low-tech challenge is very challenging in combining it with vehicles. So easing that up a little bit will be good. Speed up research. I want that. The students will have to wait a bit. They're still very young, so they have enough time. We might get this fairly soon. It's like 1% per day, 2% per day. Oh god, it's so slow. It's gonna take a month. Okay, let's not leave the students out in the cold. Let's continue giving people an education while we research. Man, so much income. We do have... Don't we have a fire station here? We don't. We do have a fire station here though, somewhere. So we could have the temporary storages in that area, and then the final storages for resources will be put up here, I think. And I will build those final storages with the imported resources. So all we need is a few open storages. Wait, are they unlimited now? Looks like it. I haven't really used those, so I never knew if they were unlimited or not. So we'll have one for steel, bricks, boards which we are making ourselves. Bricks we can also make ourselves now because we are making coal. Maybe with the imported resources we can set up a brick factory somewhere. FOS in this case stands for Free Open Storage. I'm gonna fill those up with resources so we don't have to import from the east anymore and help our loan repayments. Yeah, fuel import, waste export should all go to the small customs house and be nice and quick. When we have the resources coming in from the western border to the east across the map, we will set up the car dealers and start planning on the automation of distributing vehicles to our citizens. Because they are close to being scrapped, at least some of them are. They're starting to get worn so much that they will have to be replaced after 20 years of service. Personal cars on all map by wear and tear. Well, I guess vehicle age. 16.7 years. I guess they can repair back up quite well. Okay. But yeah, we should plan for that. Because all of those vehicles will go to the scrapyard, and then they will have to buy new vehicles. Maybe we can set up the car dealer for Duceni in a way where it also covers Brospin. It doesn't show the footpath. That would be 380 meters. So here might be possible, but it's too far away from Duceni. Yeah, I mean, Brospin could grow larger. Doesn't only have to take care of a scrapyard. A scrapyard isn't necessary most of the time. They can, I guess they could also take care of the brick factory. Bricks are not necessary to be produced all year round too, so pollution might not be a problem. We'll see. Alright, research. 1/3. Finish it. As soon as we're starting construction, our money's in the tank. Or in the hole. But yeah, coal is giving us, I think, the best income right now. Coal is our money-making machine. Oil, not so much anymore. We would probably have to research OPEC for that to climb back up. But then I think fuel price would also climb up again. Which I guess would be okay. If we're earning more money with oil, then the fuel could also cost a little bit more. The other option for Brospin would be the incinerator. But I think we need to plan out the incinerator so it's at the cusp of the walking distance of residential buildings and far away from a heating plant so it doesn't stack pollution. Pollution is a main concern still. We'll move some dump trucks back into the construction office because of the road construction project we are doing. So that we may move more gravel and asphalt as needed. And now it's full. Come on, the research can't take that long. I've been waiting a few days. $17 more. All of these people are waiting to, the cars are waiting for people to move in. We just have electricity missing. Should be fine, right? We have 85% happiness. You can deal without electricity for a bit, right? We're just gonna move 10 people in and see how if it works fine. We can pick up a car and do anything you want. Moving to work. In the police station. Unable to get food, why? We can drive and get food. Oh. Oh no. Why is this one paused? Increase priority. I think we might... Oh god. I thought this one was already done. Okay. Now you can drive and get food and meat and everything. Enjoy. Sorry, my bad. Yes, I know we're without electricity. We're working on it. We have to get the electricity up before autumn. Temperature should be fine until then. Alright. Still below 70 life expectancy. Let's see if that pollution research does give us a nice chunky benefit. But after this one I will not do the last pollution research, I will work towards vehicle production. Because we need to set that up as I said. Vehicles will become too old and need replacement, and I don't want to do that manually. So we have to set that up with some automation. We will not go for the steel production, too costly. We are going to beeline straight towards vehicles, so we need to fatigue of materials, we need engineering, and then all of the researches that pop up from that. Advanced engineering twice, for some reason, and then belt production into road vehicle production, with the fatigue of steel materials allowing us the first research of advanced engineering. Alright, let's kick it off. So we have 3 spare researchers with 11 researchers in total. I wouldn't count Brospin as stable yet, we'll let that settle in, but that might give us 2 extra researchers. If they don't run away. Once we have electricity and population starts increasing by itself, we count this as stable. They're smart enough not to work in buildings that don't have electricity, it looks like. Happiness is going down. Buying food, meat, and maybe visiting an attraction. I don't remember if you have an attraction in this area. Nope, going back to the parking lot. I guess we don't. Maybe a museum would be a nice addition. No complaints about children not being able to study yet. Only kindergarten. I wonder if it's working. Okay, there are no children here yet, but one child has been born, so one parent currently can't work. Let's see if they have a problem with getting education or if the parents take them to school via car. Fire station, we're gonna get a small fire truck. That one looks quite cool. Once we have money, we'll get one of these. And by once we have money, I mean we're going to have to take out another loan. Up to 4.3% interest rate. Have to stop exporting crops again soon. But with the proper vehicle depot this time, it should be easier to manage this. Loyalty just ticked up to 36 from 35 when I clicked that building. Don't mind that at all. Maybe someone moved in. Okay, I really like the Hall of Residences. I misunderstood how they worked, but now that I understand how they work, I think if I do the research to restrict students and their education, we're gonna have a really loyal citizenship group of citizens. Lifespan is still 70, so no improvement yet. Maybe the heating plant does not count as an industry. I don't know. It does pollute the air, so I thought it would. Maybe it takes a while. I guess we're also getting more and more workers in other factories, so... In the year we can probably check and see if the death rate went down or not. Sorry, I missed how they worked. People with a people who want to study automatically move into them even across the map, to get an education, and then once they're done they move in somewhere. Most likely locally, and then spread out wherever they want. So basically someone from Viror can move to Karabadak to get an education and then move back. You don't need to do anything. They teleport your population around a little bit. So it's quite helpful. And it should keep the university educated population spread out across the map. Even if a settlement runs completely full on people. How would he get there? They just move around. Like if they move into a building from, like if child from here moves into another city because a residential building opened up. It's the same logic. They can just do that. Presumably they hire a private moving firm or something. Sorry, a state-owned moving firm. That road is going to take ages. Well, we have time, and as soon as the bridge is done, the other construction office can also bring gravel here. But for now, we have to get up the mountain. Thankfully, all of the road construction can be done by machinery, except for the bridges. We have to construct the bridges with actual workers. Population is still at 10. No population growth yet. Still have a child growing up here. Three years. Soon ready for going to school. And we'll see what happens. Will the parent take them into the nearby town to get a school education, or do we have to set up a bus route? I hope we don't have to. Maybe it's time to increase the loyalty requirement of our professors at some point. I think we're still not high enough. But if we can push it over 35, everyone else would get a better education. Maybe we can try it. Let's see how many professors we get. It's probably going to drop down quite significantly. I don't think we have that many, but let's try. That way we make sure the most loyal of our professors from the town go towards the technical university and provide an education. But if we don't have enough, then it's not going to work out. Right now it looks pretty good. If we weren't doing research, we would have enough. Yeah, let's keep going that way, I think. It's probably possible. Running out of highly educated workers would be worse though, so shouldn't risk too much. And we don't know the loyalty of all of the students. Secret police is a little bit overworked, it looks like. Also, we are carrying some of them via bus into here, which I should stop doing. But where was that from? Was it here? That has to Duceni. Duceni doesn't have a Hall of Residence. Oh, from here, with one bus. Well, we don't need that anymore. The students shall not wait here. They shall move into a Hall of Residence instead. And the bus route will be abolished, since we don't need it. Did I just remove the wrong one? Oh, I've already removed the other one. Okay. Yeah. Teachers can stay at 30% loyalty, university education at 35. We're slowly pulling up the average. At some point we can also move up the school to be at 35. And just keep improving and hope that we can push this up. And maybe we should build more cars and more vehicles and more parking lots and more schools in nearby villages so the teachers will drive their car to nearby towns and improve their loyalty as well. Very good income last month. I think it's still possible. I think we're still okay. Don't think we can do 35 here. I think everyone's like averaging around underneath that. This area is relatively stable, but it doesn't have any exceptional loyalty. No one owns a car in this area, and that's why I assume we don't have anyone with somewhat higher loyalty. We gave all the vehicles to people who don't have an education. I can probably build a car dealer here and deal with both settlements, right? Yeah, that is in walking distance. If it were an asphalt road, it would be within walking distance. I don't know how car dealers work. Like, I assume they need to be within walking distance. I'm not sure what the range is for people to go here and get a vehicle. But maybe it is similar to the Hall of Residence where people can teleport into that building. I will have to read up on that. I guess we will find out once we set one up. If people in other areas with parking lots suddenly start owning cars, then yeah, it probably allows everyone to get some. But maybe there's an upper range. Maybe it's the range of a vehicle. 2.5 kilometers. We're close to the halfway waypoint of where it gets dangerous. If we have more money owed than we can borrow, it's really difficult to come back. But once we start using our US currency to buy resources and shift them over here, I think we're going to be in a better shape. Setting up the bridge though is going to be very expensive. Also, we need a better gas station here. Definitely need a gas station. Close to the Ferris wheel. Should have guessed. Let's move it closer to the road. It looks a little bit weird. I think maybe I should try these with like with the single lane roads. That might work and look okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then over here we can use a double lane road that goes into 2 single lane roads. Something like that. Doesn't feel right, because then we're causing extra traffic over here where these vehicles would be getting in the way. So basically, people who want to take a right-hand turn have to move up. No, this is horrible. This is just going to cause a traffic nightmare. I think I'll just make a single lane out of here. No, double. Yeah, we're going to split up the vehicles that want to move up here. I think that one was a okay enough idea. Then they have a short distance to sort themselves out. How much does the small road cost? Okay. I could theoretically turn this into a single lane and then merge it. Oh my god. Maybe I should turn this section into a single lane too. Okay, I'm gonna test something. I will save the game before that though. Because last time I tried that, once you turn a road into a single lane, you can't turn it back without demolishing. So we are going to test that right now. I will make this connection again here, and then turn this one . Turn this one into a single lane here. And that's probably gonna snap it to the middle of the road. Which is not what I want. I want this one to be a single lane. We're not gonna try that. I think we'll leave it like so. It's gonna be a traffic nightmare here. But yeah, I do need a better gas station here, away from the customs house, because this generates extra traffic. And that's not good. Also, the people going to the gas station that want to head back have to go into this road and then down here. We'll see if that works. Need to fix roads. Roads are very tough and difficult. It's not easy to fix them, I don't think. They're already doing more than they were supposed to. We have electricity. Population went down by 1, but might be because of with no electricity. One child can't go to school because no school place available. So we might have to set up a bus route with a single school bus. We can do that. Railroad connection is also a pain, they need to fix that. Make a great game, they keep working on it, yeah. Fire station is in range. No one is working in the heating plant yet. I hope some of them will work in the heating plant. Maybe they only do that when the temperature drops. Have to keep an eye out on that. Lifespan is 75 now, which is at the end of the summer period where no heating plant was active. So we'll have to wait until next year, I think, to see if there was a significant difference or not. This is generating pollution without a chimney, so I think this one will always output pollution without any reduction. Yep, 33 is maximum loyalty. That is okay. You don't have any personal vehicles yet, it is to be expected. However, Karabadak should be on the forefront of driving loyalty through education by giving the teachers cars and everything. That pushes them very high on the loyalty property. After we get this research done, we can go directly into the next one, but I might want to let this student... I guess I can trigger the next one, but at a lower number of researchers, just so people can get a few more educations completed. Loyalty down at 30, to be expected. Will the population hold though? We're like at 200. And I think we already had people leave from this area. They're down to 52 happiness again. Why are they so unhappy in this area? I don't understand. I give you 14% happiness. Well, 0% loyalty, I guess. Maybe all the criminals are moving into these flats. No disloyal people, please. That settlement is important. We had a decent chunk of escapes. And the prisoner number is also quite high. Still seems to be okay, but another prison is on the agenda, I think. Oh, the Brospin building is on fire. Well, fire truck, do your thing. It's burning quite quickly. Should be okay. Increase the priority of the parking, the bus stop and the road here. There's no point to export to limit the export, I don't think. We do want to get all of the materials from vehicles, so we will turn on that checkbox. Otherwise they turn everything into heaps of mixed waste, which isn't really useful for us. And then we can move over the mechanical components back into our storage for future repairs. Electronic components as well. And the metal scrap and aluminum. We won't get aluminum, but the other stuff we can just export. And we'll also get some steel out of it. I guess now is the time to maybe think about getting some used vehicles. Also, we need to move our trucks back into the farm. Let's see. A free road depot. Can only buy new vehicles here, unfortunately. Buy value sort the opposite direction. 16 years, pretty good. Let's get the 16-year ones. And move those into the scrapyard. We don't have the distribution set up yet, but we'll do that soon. Will you actually work in the heating plant or not? I probably have to set up... I mean, since the children can't study anyway, I think I have to tell them to do this. Make sure the heating plant stays staffed. And then anyone else can work in the scrapyard. Next research. Mechanical components. Engineering. Low research speed though. We need to get some students through the education system, and right now the amount of professors we have seems rather low. This might be the point where I should turn it back down to 30, just to make sure we get enough students through. Also, this building is currently facing reconstruction, which is also slowing things down more. Don't need to tell me about the heating plant. There's enough workers here to run it, I think. I believe. Still haven't given myself the research for Brospin. I will do that now. So we have 8 settlements, means total of 16 researches, so I have 5 researches spare now with 11 researches done. Police car needs repairs. Well, that's the one we bought, so definitely go for the scrapyard, thank you. You don't have enough workers to run the scrapyard yet. But if we have more than 21 workers, some of them can go into the scrapyard. Or we just reduce the amount of workers in the heating plant, I guess. Limited to 2 or 3 workers. We're a little bit late with our harvest. Should see more traffic jams happening now because of the increase in trucks going to the customs house, but it shouldn't be too bad. I have to think about how to do more efficient intersection with single lane roads in the future. That's gonna be something to put your mind onto. Another population decrease here, down to 8. Low loyalty and low happiness. High criminality, so maybe some of the criminals are also moving in. Once we have the bus route in place, I'll fill it up with a set of migrants and see how we can do. Probably just relocate some citizens here. Yeah, prisoner count is too high. We need another prison. We'll set that one up next to Duceni. Next to... yeah, Duceni. Let's do Duceni. I don't like the way this rotates. There's no footpath entrances at all on that side. I think I'll make a test after this game today and see what happens if I set up a heating plant, run it at full tilt through winter, and then do the research and run it at full tilt through another winter, and then compare the spread of the pollution. Hopefully all of that research wasn't in vain. I would have assumed that these ones counted as an industry, but maybe the game thinks only buildings that produce something counted as industry. Technically it produces heat, consumes coal and produces heat, so one could argue that it is an industry. But it's also a service building. Utility. Down to 8 workers. I'm not sure what's going wrong here. Maybe if the children don't get education, maybe people get cranky. Okay, Svidava distribution office is almost ready. And then we'll get 1 or 2 long-haul trucks to move the resources. Not too many, maybe only 1. It will be able to haul a lot of resources. And that should then give us the option to use those resources bought with US dollars to use them for construction. Still have to build a few roads though. No resources, missing crops. Since we're not exporting crops anymore, we need to set you to load any crop and bring it to the food factory. Okay, now we have enough professors again. At 30, we have sufficient numbers. A university town that just focuses on making the loyalty as high as possible, and then having the hall of residences as well, is probably something we should think about. Karabadak is really useful, but it's also split. It has split responsibilities. There's a repair station, there's a factory, there's a heating plant in the middle of town, which will probably drive down happiness a little bit. Could be better. Loyalty at 29, happiness 74 again. Life expectancy at 80. This building is still at 69, so my guess it doesn't affect heating plants, but we can still wait for winter to finish, I guess. I think if my test is going to the same direction, I will probably make that a comment that it should be changed. At least these won't make as much pollution. Why is their happiness going down so bad? Is it all the prison escapes that are moving in here? And they're causing more crime. Loyalty is pretty good. Maybe there's a lot of crime here. Maybe that's it. Just generic high amount of crime. It's only minor crimes, but yeah, I don't think that's the reason. That's a lot of students. We have to run up to 15 party officials again. I still need to build a construction office over here, so that when our only construction office needs maintenance, the other construction office can do that. Doesn't happen very often, but still, when it does, I don't want to accidentally forget about it. Okay, let's prepare the bus route. The bus stop is almost done. If the workers get here. Sending all of the buses. It's quite the travel. Okay. Bus stop is ready, no passengers, no tourists. Load uneducated workers and any student and bring them up here. Maybe I should have an end station nearby for school bus routes, but they can take a little bit longer, it's fine. Two vehicles might not be enough, but in general it should pick up most of the students that want an education. Anyone want to work in the heating plant, maybe? Okay. Okay, let's see if they work in the heating plant, even though they have cars, if I give them more population. Probably just relocating some. If the heating plant has issues, then we have to tell them to explicitly work in the heating plant. But maybe they can figure things out. And some of them are also walking into the scrapyard, which is nice. We'll have to set up a distribution office to bring the materials into the appropriate storages. But that's for later. We're not gonna have as many vehicles that need to be scrapped first. Getting some steel and metal scrap from the forklift. We'll also get tiny amounts of electronic components, tiny amounts of mechanical components, and a little bit of mixed waste, which our technical service over here will handle. Proper gas station here too somewhere, I guess. Alright, I could drag a route directly from the exit. So I didn't need to do what I did. This is not good. Okay. Need to get those built. Once the exit route is done, we can turn this road around and build the actual gas station. Oh, almost done with paving that road. Excellent. And we have 2 more road segments, which I can probably turn into 1, but 2 road segments is okay. And then yeah. After that, bridge construction. I don't need to buy the vehicles right now for the distribution office. I didn't really need the distribution office right now, but it's nice to have it. We'll use that one to haul steel from the west to the east, once we have a connection. And other goods. Probably also bricks, prefabs, boards. Well, boards we are producing ourselves already. But bricks will probably be made next to the coal production facility. somewhere nearby. Yeah, maybe I need a small end station here for the school buses. Then I can have a really low amount of school buses, I think. They'll cycle around until they have someone to pick up. Didn't really leave myself much room to put an end station here though. Entrance can be asphalt, but when it moves out it all needs to only go here. And then 2 buses might be enough. Because if they don't pick anyone up, we'll go back into the end station. So there's a small loop here, back and forth. Ideally the end station should be over here actually. So it doesn't leave the area until it has picked someone up. Let's cancel all of that. And maybe relocate the technical services. Have to build a new technical service first. We'll wait. That will be for the future. New technical service, relocate the free ones into the new technical service. Maybe set up a small construction island here, maybe a repair station. I don't think the repair station can reach this either. No. So we need like another repair station, construction office, technical service to deal with the basic things in the area. Probably a larger settlement even. I mean, Dusani is the larger settlement, slightly inwards. And the other school buses are coming from Zhezhov. So we could have an end station over here. I think I'll build that one already because it's going to be in range. So if you don't pick anyone up, you're going to go back to the end station and then go out, check if there are students here, and go back in. And I think that road, that dirt footpath is only there so construction vehicles can get out of the building in case the exit doesn't get finished. I don't actually know. That will make it possible to reduce the amount of buses here too. Engineering, progressing. We have 5 spare researchers. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 researchers to get there to set up a road vehicle production line. Okay, it's looking good. I think we have an exit now. That means we can start construction on the gas station. I will also build one on the other side at some point, but not right now. I mean, if the lifespan doesn't get close to 60 but stays closer to 70 during winter, I also wouldn't mind. It's already minus 8 degrees. I have to see how far it drops, I guess. When we have our resource import from the west, we can also start building the bridge and the main road. I think it was... I'm probably repeating myself, but I still think it was a good idea to open up the research a little bit, otherwise we'd be sitting here for 50 or so episodes at 4 hours each, and that would be a little bit much. I don't think playing until 2100 is something that I want to do. Okay, you're too stupid, and you're not taking care with the heating plant, so you will be told to handle the heating plant. And that means no one can get out of this area to work anywhere else. So you're doing heating plant and scrapyard. And use your vehicle for shopping, that's it. Sorry about that, but that's how it's gonna be. We're below 3 million rubles again. We still have 200,000 left. At some point we will have to refresh A loan, but things are looking pretty good. If we can wait long enough to combine this into 1 million, I think it'll look okay. I'm not worried I'm not too worried. We have a decent income. We're saving up a lot of US currency. All of the construction materials that we ever need can come from the western border. Once we open up the road, and then expenses over here should drop quite significantly. We have some food stored up, meaning that we shouldn't have a need for importing food anymore. If the production keeps up that way, that'll be nice. Healthcare could be a little bit better. Alcohol addiction did go down, which is okay. Culture enjoyment is not great. Can't really change that, I mean, the building is there. Just have to wait and see, I guess. Not a lot of people are working. We have 3 in the heating plant and 2 in the scrapyard. Out of 40 workers. I should see at least 10 workers everywhere. Okay, now we have 7. Traffic jam. Must be repairs or something in the free... Oh, you're out of fuel. That's not good. The gas station is out of fuel. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but sure. Get another... Oh, that was the wrong one. Damn it. Should have gotten one of these. Get one of you to deal with fuel distribution. And the other one will be scrapped at some point. They can't overtake, which makes sense, so you're gonna go into the depot for now. Because the fuel truck is right behind it. We should increase the amount of fuel stored to 50%, so it's less likely to happen. We're also increasing our repair materials to 50%. I guess everything could be 50% here. We are far away from the customs house, so if we run into such a problem again, that would be bad. And maybe another covered hull truck, just to be safe. I think so. It's expensive, and we don't have room because of the cistern. We'll have to move the second one out of there. Yep, you'll get your fuel soon, don't worry. All of them will be running out of fuel soon. Probably have to set up another gas station on this route. Where is the cistern? I wonder if the food imports stopped because we don't have any fuel. No, it's moving. Right, it was doing mechanical components. Alright. Problem solved for now. That could also cause, like, one of these settlements to die if they run out of fuel locally. And if they can't refuel in time. Fuel consumption is quite low, but if they suddenly stop working, could be really bad. More fuel, please. You're gonna go into storage. I mean, we'll put you here. Actually, no. We'll put you here. Because you can also then bring fuel from the western border to the east. Because the fuel price... I guess the fuel price is pretty close between the two. But if we can get all of the resources from the western border, that would be quite helpful. Construction materials have a priority though because of the inflation difference that should happen over time. Plastics is driving quite far apart. Drifting quite far apart, I mean. And yeah, I'll get another covered hull truck. We do need to save up some money to get one open hull truck, probably two, to run the exports to this area. But that's still a bit away. We had a population increase by 1 person. From 38 to 39. Maybe it's stable. Happiness is quite low. We'll see. Can't tell if this is stable or not. Is the prison done? The prison is done. We need supplies. Supplies here. 80-20 and meat. 60-40. Yeah, 60-40. Because the clothing storage is very small. Okay, and a refrigerator truck. I guess we have to buy one. Okay, that should remove the prisoner supply issue for the time being. And we got another research done, so onward towards mechanical engineering, I think it was called? Advanced engineering. And there we go. 1 less research, 12 researchers, 4 researchers spare, and 3 researchers to go. So much research before that. Got our end station set up, which will need fuel supply. That's the last assignment we can make to that distribution office. And then our bus route will have the end station assigned. Thus we should need a lot less buses. Because if they don't pick anyone up, they will go directly back to the end station. Can probably remove some of the smaller microbuses. Let's check the road length. 240 would be the next number, which would indicate 4 buses. Four buses should be enough. I could move these to a scrapyard at some point, but right now they're also good for potentially replacing these buses if they get too old. So we'll use 4 buses on that route. And maybe upgrade their size if that is necessary. Seems like having the occasional larger bus will be good enough. Okay. And that's what I also want to set up for Brospin, 2 buses should be enough to handle that. Maybe 3. That's also 240 seconds divided by 60 is like slightly above 4. But we don't have that many students here. I'll assign the microbuses over here to help with that bus route for now. Road finished construction. Next one needs to be assigned. And we'll let the game inform us once this finishes construction. As well as this one and this one. And I guess this one. And all of these. So we get notified and can scroll over to assign the next construction task. I'll get 1 snowplow here, I think. Main purpose, clearing the asphalt road. All the way down here. As much as it can, up to the bridge, I guess. And then stop short before clearing any road over here. 1 firefighter is not going to do it. Are you going to send more? Concerning. We'll leave that open. Can I open up the assignment for all of you? I don't know. No snowplow along this road for now. And we'll get a proper KAZ snowplow for this area. Which will drive along the asphalt road back and forth. And that's about it. So, vehicle production settlement will probably have to be over here, since we need another settlement nearby. There will be a vehicle production facility, there will be a large settlement with a decent amount of population. I don't really intend to produce vehicles for export, just for domestic use. So we don't need to run it at full capacity. And then the question is, how will the teachers get here? Will they just propagate naturally over time? Or do we want another bus route with students going over to Dušený to visit the university? Probably have them propagate naturally into the settlement and then maybe allow some parking lots for teachers to work in that area. Because it is going to be the town that is manufacturing our vehicles, so they should also have vehicles to drive across everywhere. But I don't know if they can use a car to drive towards the university. I don't think students can have vehicles. The settlement will have to be planned out for, I think, more population than Karabadak. We'll also need a repair station and pretty much everything else. It will be constructed by resources coming in from the west, so we have to start saving money on that. side, but right now we're filling up every storage to 50% on that end, so it will have to take a while. It will have to wait a while, I mean. So the industry in that area... I mean, the sewage is probably gonna get dumped in that river. So if we have a bus stop here, 400 meters-ish, industrial area over here, settlement area over here. If we build another heating plant, this is probably going to be the area where there will be a large heating plant somewhere further away, so we don't have any pollution issues whatsoever. So there will be a heat... yeah, I guess if we have... Well, we have to have some heating here before we populate it. In the future they can drive to the heating plant by car, I guess. There might be a dedicated parking lot with a road just to the heating plant that doesn't allow anyone to leave that area. There's not much else with a heating plant on that side. If we had a heating plant here, we could share it between 2 up to 3 settlements. Somewhere here. Could also have a small heating pipe to Brospin, I guess. Give those something else than the heating plant to deal with. Then they can be allowed to work anywhere again. And I guess theoretically those could be the first people to drive towards the heating plant with the vehicles that they have. So maybe we'll set up this heating plant as an experiment, with workers from Brospin being allowed to drive here to a parking lot and provide themselves their own heating, replacing this heating plant. And once that works, we can start populating a large settlement which will rely on that heating plant and produce more vehicles to have more people drive everywhere. Larger shopping center? Is it going to be a town that has a huge shopping center? I don't see an... I don't think so. It'll probably have multiple supermarkets slash shopping centers. We'll have a heat exchanger in the area. Now sometimes you can't drag from some of these connections, and I think that's related to the elevation. So this is too low for them to connect. So if I were to flatten that out, or let's say use another building to maybe raise the elevation a little bit. Okay, that dropped it down. No, it raised it. Never mind. Still doesn't connect. Huh. I thought that one was elevation related. Maybe it checks when being placed and locks it in place? Okay, now it works. As short of a heating pipe as possible. That settlement is going to be really expensive. And the worst part is the vehicles aren't going to be produced to make us a profit. I might have to start exporting them actually. I don't know how much we would get exporting Eastern vehicles manufactured here with Western resources. I mean, we all know where the most profit comes from. It's Western vehicles, but also the road connection is going to be quite important. Oh yeah, we only need one road. We're gonna use one road with a bridge. One, two, three extra to give that bridge a little bit more length so it doesn't look as steep. No. We'll not be able to get one to snap closely to that bridge, we'll just have to take what we can get. Too narrow. Game. How close can we get? That seems reasonable. stop not producing heat. Oh, we're out of money. Oh boy. Okay, it didn't take too long. No. Okay. So, a very ugly trumpet interchange with the new single lane roads. Hopefully it'll work. Not to be constructed right now at all. And neither is the heating plant. Up to 40 workers, so Brospin seems to be okay. I have to take that cow for everything except for getting heat, water and electricity. For the rest I have to go shopping in a nearby town. It's February, average lifespan is 68. So it seems like it had an effect because it's not down to close to 60. I think the pollution reduction worked. I think we can open up this building for residents. It feels like. It just took a while to have an effect, I guess, for the pollution to dissipate. So we should see an increase in population, but I think our population is quite stagnant still. This year, birth rate is lower than death and escape rate. Last year, excluding the immigrants, we had 1,145 deaths and escapes. So a slight population growth yet again. And then on top of that, a few migrants. So maybe now the population, the pollution reduction will help. Okay, now the lifespan is going down. I don't understand. We could also sneak in the pollution monitoring station, I guess, to see what's going on. My assumption is it's all the heating plant. I could also build this thing. Maybe we should get the resources here, get the storages set up, and then build the new heating plant. It could be quite close to Zhezhov, causing here problems here again, but maybe it won't. Forget, because this heating plant plus this heating plant equals problems in between. So I guess Zhezhov will also need a heat exchanger. I wish we knew how much heating it currently uses without going around and counting manually. That's 24, 33, 43, 48, 49, 50, 57, 60. We can probably get one small heat exchanger here and be fine. How's my fabric factory doing? My clothing factory is doing okay. It has been running at higher production, and I think it was exporting quite well recently. Last year, coal is dominating. Clothing is in close second, but has dropped down to about the same amount as oil is. Yeah, coal is making us most of the money. So the clothing factory is doing well, but it can't beat our coal exports. Coal mine was the right choice to make. Coal price is on the up again. I don't mind. The coal price can climb as much as it wants. We are self-sufficient in regards to coal. We could set up a coal power plant to make our own electricity. Lots of pollution though. Only 20 workers. With cars, probably doable. Like the people from Brospin could probably take their cars and make enough electricity for our yearly demand. All vehicles got scrapped. Got some steel mechanical components, metal scrap, and some mixed waste. I really wish I could have larger corners. I need higher water quality, that's why I asked. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing fabric. I don't have a fabric factory, I have a clothing factory. That doesn't need water. It just needs drinking water, but no water for the production. I wanted to set up a fabric factory eventually, but I have opted to not do that just yet. So many vehicles. Okay. That looks pretty weird. What if I make them shorter? Maybe this way. Oh boy. Change of plans. I don't think that's intentional. Okay, I think that'll work for us. We'll have a small siding. Where the vehicles can move into. And move back out. And this road isn't technically necessary, but it helped me plan things, so let's see what it looks like if I remove it. Now it looks weird. Oh wait. We'll figure something out. I think the last option was probably the correct choice, while keeping the other road intact. Coal price going down, sure. It was to be expected at some point. We're down at 4.2% interest rate. I will combine as many loans as I can. That's about... It's a little bit less than 1.5 million. No, it's a little bit more than 1.5 million. Let's get... Oh, the interest rate went back up. Never mind. I mean, it's not a 0.1 to increase and decrease, it's more gradual, but it looks that way. Okay, got our gas station. We're gonna remove that one and assign the other one. The free one will empty out by itself over time. It's fine. We got advanced engineering. Let's continue towards advanced engineering. Gotta subtract one more research. We're down to 3. 13 research is done. Let's do a quick cross check. Well, 12 research is done and 1 ongoing. So this is 4 plus 5, total of 8, 10, 12, 14. Did I miscount somewhere? 2 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this is the 14th research. Okay, then we're down to 2 researchers spare, since we have 8 settlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we only have 2 researchers left. I forgot to exclude one of them, apparently, but the issue has been corrected. These buildings have emptied out. I wonder if it's all the students slowly moving away from here and moving into different parts of town. But they can't just walk into the headquarters of the party, they shouldn't Also, loyalty has dropped quite a bit. You're down to 5% loyalty. I mean, you probably need a monument. That's what I'm thinking. So let's give you a monument. "65 meters. Should be okay. Yep. Alright. Then let's also get a monument in Brosbin. I forgot monuments, I guess. I mean, they should still visit the town and visit all the buildings there. That should increase loyalty. But having one monument next to the settlement is, I guess, acceptable. Should be within range. How is the monument situation in Svidava? One monument. No monument next to the secret police or halls of residence. Happiness back down to 72. Average loyalty back to 28. Health went up a little bit. We now have April. And this building is already above 70, so preliminary tests indicate that pollution reduction does actually work. It just doesn't kick in immediately, and the pollution needs to dissipate first. Because presumably this one has generated a lot of pollution last year, and then continued to produce pollution, which it didn't have time to dissipate. But now during last winter, it didn't produce as much. Not sure how fast the pollution goes away from a heating plant, but apparently it takes a while. How's the road construction from Svidava going? Still doing excavator things, and then they have to do asphalt things, and then we're at the bridge. This one's going much faster. But we have a lot more vehicles on that side too. We can also bring mechanical and electronic components from the western border to the east, but I think construction materials will be a little bit more important. I mean, we could also bring food as an emergency import from the west, but it'll take a long time, so probably not the best idea. I need to start combining my loans into larger chunks, so the repayment rate goes down, the monthly rate. I'll do that next time we run out of cash. Loyalty down to 17 year 2. Must be the escapes. We probably need to make sure that this is always fully staffed. Alright. UK, you make sure this is fully staffed, the kindergarten is fully staffed. You have 63 highly educated workers. You're also gonna go here and then here. I want to see more workers in the prison and I want to see less escapes, please. Start working on propaganda. It doesn't do anything yet, except reduce the loyalty loss a little bit, so the people who aren't in prison for too long will not go down to 0. The ones that are in for 10 years probably still will. Population dropped. Unknown loyalty, sure. Happiness is quite good though. So this area seems to be running really well. I think you are large enough where you also deserve a museum of the art. Because we don't have any culture building like that in here yet. Right next to the school, so you always know when they tell you we're going somewhere. Oh, it's probably going to be the museum. We'll reach all residential buildings. Should be okay. I really want to unassign everyone and let them go wherever they want. But there are some buildings that are very important. The shopping center, the prison. The prison should not auto-balance, in my opinion, but I guess it should. If you have a very large prison and it always tries to fill it up completely, that would be too much. I think we have a decent amount now. We need like six workers to be positive, and we're at 14, 15. We'll be fine. Once we have the connection over the river, we should have a decent amount of money saved up in US dollars. And then we'll start hauling resources over very slowly. Paving will not finish. Yes, we'll finish. The other truck is already here. And it needs to be rolled, and then we'll start the construction of the bridge, which will take over 3,000 tons of concrete and 300 tons of asphalt. But the only thing we need to import is bitumen and cement. Getting some of those oil tankers to the eastern side and running our exports with that will also reduce the stress on the customs house, which will be useful. Still have to set that one up. But we can bring the resources here from the eastern side once we have a road connection, and then the workers from this border can build it. Just the resource deliveries shall be done that way. Okay, 5 is going to be construction office Svidava is going to be number 5. And that gives me a lot of extra slots to make more assignments. What I want to do is put the construction office for workers on its own slot. So I can say, okay, do resource deliveries first. And after that you do the worker assignments. This will also need the road cranes. Then yeah, we have the workers and the road cranes and the resource deliveries. With one road crane apparently. I mean, the road cranes only need to go to construction sites that do have workers, so they can be on their own assignment tool. The road has finished. So we'll start work on the bridge. It'll take a few days to finish that, pretty sure. But that's the last big construction project before we actually have access to the western border. There's no western border down here except for going to the east and connecting here, but we do want to connect our towns and make use of all of the materials that we do have, so that will be better. Food factories It has a few more workers now. Good to see. Loyalty isn't dipping too much yet. It was a good idea to set up the other prison. I think we had like problems with prisoners moving around. And now that they can spread themselves out between the two prisons, balancing the population should also be a little bit easier. Let's try 35% loyalty again. We have 2 researchers left, and I think we have 2 researchers to go towards the car factory, the vehicle production line. Advanced and no, we are doing that one right now. We have the belt production and the road vehicle production line left to go. And then we could manufacture our own vehicles. We'll have a service area here, I think. There will be water, sewage, electricity and heating all on the same road. Gravel roads, please. And then this road will not take the workers through the city to their parking lots. The parking lots will either be in front of the city or there will be a side road. But this should allow traffic to go in and out of the city without causing too many traffic issues on the main road. That's the hope, at least. We have a cinema, we need a pub. We probably need to leave some space for footpaths. We'll need a sports facility, we need some culture building, a museum I think in this case. I mean, they do satisfy different demands. Sports facility. Let's not put a cinema this time, let's put another culture building. We do have different options. Let's put one of these. Or the Republican Theater. This one can have 100. This has 150. This uses 20 workers. But I think it provides better quality probably. Let's use a dance hall. If it allows us to. Have to remove the footpaths again, I guess. Oh, that's what I wanted to avoid. Alright, we'll find a workaround. This is the shortest we can have. Then this one will be turned to asphalt. We'll remove these again. Remove the road. Do we remove the road? I mean, that looks pretty good already, but let's see. That's all. So you're saying if I put this with a gravel road and then footpath connections here, I'm okay. Alright. Shortest possible road connection. There might be a way to get it done even shorter, but that's what I just managed to do right now. So we have a footpath connection along here. I should do the same for the pub. Oh, this one allows me to do one even shorter. Judging by the placement of the other building, if this one can be built, then there should be enough room to put the road down. Right. Got some nice footpaths. That means the gravel roads won't be shortening anything too much. These footpath exits are all on that side, but that's okay. We can get another footpath through here. And yeah, this will all probably be asphalt footpaths. Very likely so. This is on the halfway point. I don't think I can get the connection on the halfway point here though. Oh, I can get it like that, okay. Let's do that then. So, most important thing we have to do right now is save money. So I can't construct any of this until we have a connection to the western side of the map next to Svidava, and we can shift over some resources. Loan repayments are the name of the game right now. I don't think I need to cover the end station anyway, so there's no need for a monument in that area. You should be covering everything with all the monuments you already have, except for the football playground. So some dissidents could be gathering up there and causing the downfall of our republic, but we're probably gonna be fine. Maybe people like having an outdoor sports facility. I mean, they don't have an indoor one. And they're still doing fine. Maybe they don't like living next to a construction site, is that it? Maybe we should build those flats up and then it'll be fine? Let's cancel that one. I don't want to cancel that one because then I need to rebuild that footpath. Let's build it up. Let's see if... It would be weird, but let's see if a construction site is the reason why people are unhappy. Higher quality. It keeps my people happy. What keeps your people happy? Sports, open door sports facilities, yeah. Open, no roof sports facilities. I do have a bunch of them. I even have an indoor pool, but these people are just cranky all the time for some reason. Maybe it's the construction site. Maybe they don't like living next to construction sites. I mean, I could understand that, but that makes pre-planning a little bit more difficult. We shall build the house and these footpaths. I guess we're going to test it with Sejov, if that is actually might be the reason. We're bumbling around 50% happiness here. They do have a construction site next to them. They have everything they could ever need, I think. The only thing they don't have is maybe an attraction that is either a museum or a gallery. All they have is carousels. Population is growing in this area. There is still hope. If you find out that it is because of the construction sites, man, that'll change gameplay a bit. It'll make pre-planning harder. I thought plopping down a plan is just, okay, you are planning this for the future. It's not actually a construction site that already exists, but I don't know. We never added fuel, power supply here. Well then, unbelievable. Not sure why this one can't be merged. Doesn't need the highest voltage wire, but if I have any more residential structures over here, I'm just gonna put it down to be future-proof. And then we have a functioning gas station. I did make sure that this one, the one I wanted to build over here, did have electricity, yeah. So I guess I did forget it for the first one. Very good. Looks like we don't have enough workers on the bus stop anymore. Which is lowering the amount of construction we can do. Put you back down to 10-10. Not as many students around. I think the research change was for the best. We would be bumbling around, just not doing much, trying to find new settlements. We didn't really change much on our economy, we just made sure that we did have the ability to make some progress. I think the pollution reduction was the right choice. 70 lifespan average. At some point the courthouse is gonna overflow with cases. 15 escapes last year. Last year, not this year. There was a problem last year. But this year we're fine. How's the coal price? There was a dip, but it's back to climbing in both currencies. The price is staying relatively even between both of them also. Like 81.5, 83.5, that's pretty close. Compared to clothing, which you can get really cheap on the western border and then sell it expensive on the eastern border, like that would be a trade route right there. Use our US currency to buy clothing and export some excess on the eastern border. Same with chemicals, most resources. Bitumen, it doesn't have that. Aluminium. Alcohol, it's really good to export for us to the east. Just need more workers here. Didn't do any export before harvest this season. Deliver the resources here when you don't have anything else to do. It needs a lot of concrete and you should bring some resources to the other construction sites first. There shouldn't be that many. But this one is waiting for some concrete and it would be nice if we could get that delivered to finish the construction. Same with this one. But yeah, I think I have to take a break for now. I need to get some food. I'll probably be back later in an hour or two. I really enjoy this run, even if we changed it a little bit. Health is low. Oh, there must be only one person in the Hall of Residence. Shouldn't be affecting everyone. Yeah, 44. But the clinic is still operational. Reconstruction is in progress though. No big deal. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a break. So, as I said, I'll be back later. Thank you very much for watching. I'll move you over to KRX, who's also streaming Workers and Resources. If you want to join the raid. If not, have a good middle of the weekend. Stay hydrated, take care, and maybe I'll see you next time.